Well, hi folks, you may have been watching my video on Bitcoin a little while back, and I've just set this as a premiere straight after that so that they don't run concurrently. This is the natural gas chart on the 4-hour. Let's go to the daily chart. This is looking really good, and I really just want to encourage you to have a look at this chart and see what we've got. It's a bit messy because I've got this order block drawn in here, which I'm going to highlight here on this daily chart. We had this in the last video. If you remember, this level here where I've got OB, MSB and yellow is really important. A close above that level was crucial in order for us to get moving higher on natural gas towards the targets of about 2.4 to 2.5, $3 and $3, 40, 50, 60 or 75. The crucial point was that we had to close above this order block or market structure break or create a market structure break. I'll use the new terminology just to humor those who like to use it. So we have a market structure break and an order block defeat. And now we've closed above that 2.25 level, which we've been talking about for quite a long time, all the way back to the middle of August, actually. This is the daily chart on the NYMEX. And how many times did we try that 2.25 level? Never managed to close above it on a daily chart. We tried once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And then more recently, call that 8, 9, 10. And on the 11th, I may call it the 10th time, we broke up and closed above there crucially on the daily chart. We've also closed above that level on the weekly chart, which I also said was crucial. We wanted a 4-hour close. We got that. Then we got the daily close, and it so happened that the daily close happened to be on a Friday. And so it closed out this week with a big, strong bullish candle, a nice move up, and a little bit of acceleration, actually. Now look at this weekly chart before we go back to the daily. There's the double bottom. Beautiful double bottom, almost a tweezer bottom, as we said before. And there's the triple bottom from previously. So we've now got a triple bottom and a double bottom. Double bottoms made a higher high than the triple bottom. That's also good. Now we need a higher on the charts, on the price. So we've got to get above 3.16 to truly turn bullish. And then after that, we've got this previous swing high at 3.38. So until we get above 3.26, let's say 3.38, we're still making lower highs. We haven't had a higher high on the weekly chart since I suppose August 2022. Every one of these weekly swings has made a lower high up until, and we're still there today. So a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, zooming in even lower, and then even zooming in even further to where we are today. We've now formed an equal high to that previous weekly candle 4 weeks ago. So it's not a higher high, it's not a lower high, it's an equal high on the weekly chart. But really, we've got to get through 3.15. We've got to get through this 100-week moving average. I think if we surge and close above there, we'll close very quickly above 3.38 as well. If we do close above 3.38, we've got the 200-week moving average. That's at 3.87. That's my first target, actually, my first sort of serious bullish target. But I'm going to call it 3.5 to 3.7, maybe 3.8, maybe even this green line at the top here at 4.38, and that goes back to some of these previous swings. It's also a Fibonacci retracement. We're nowhere near there now. There's no point in speculating on that potential right this minute. But if we do start moving up and start looking above for once, higher up, then we'll start looking at that level and where we might start getting more resistance. Let's go back to the daily chart very quickly. This is a chart you've seen many times. There's our triple bottom. And now we've got a beautiful double bottom as well on the daily chart. And we've also got this double bottom on the weekly chart, as we saw a little while back. Now, what I've drawn in here on this daily chart, let's zoom in. There's the rollover gap. Bear in mind, we've got another rollover coming up, not for quite some time just yet, but it is over here and something we need to keep an eye on. And that's on Thursday, the 26th of September. So still a couple of weeks ago, but just keep that in mind. It always comes faster than you expect. This is the new contract, this one over here, trading really strangely initially, making lots of spike lows, which was encouraging for the bulls. And every time we sort of dipped down, we saw the buyers surging back in and performing this kind of rapid reversal. Eventually, the final day, that's Friday, managed to help us push and close above 2.25. In fact, Thursday may have just closed above there. This OB MSB now is defeated. It now becomes support. As long as we hold above 2.25, and hopefully we'll gap up over this weekend in a few hours' time. And if we can hold above there and close above there, we might just dip back down below there once or twice. That doesn't matter. But if we can hold above there, at least on a 4-hour or a daily basis, then, and on a weekly basis, of course, we should see this push on higher. Now, if you don't know what an order block or an MSB is, market structure break, you can join us in the Swing Trading Blueprint course. That starts on the 14th of this month. There is an early bird list below here, and you can sign up with that. There is a limited number of seats available because it's an interactive training course. Actually, I think it's one of the most exciting things that I've done in about 10 years. So I'm really excited about it. I hope you join us. Right, now let's carry on with this chart and go back to the 4-hour chart. And this all starts to look a little bit more interesting and enticing. There's the OB, MSB, order block, market structure break. There's my funny squiggly line. There's the recent double bottom, the rollover gap on the last rollover, our very weird trading structure within the current contract, which has resolved itself with these massive bullish moves every time we dip down. It was a hell of a fight, actually. So we got these big pushes down, met literally the next candle by a huge surge in buying. And in fact, each one of these surges performed complete reversals, complete bullish engulfing candles, or piercing patterns at least. So really good sort of activity going on there, and a little bit difficult for day traders because you would have been thrashed around like a lunatic, of course, because we were up 5-10%, down 5-10%, all the time the market moving up, but thrashing around the day traders, getting whipsawed all around, I imagine. That's why I don't day trade natural gas. Anyway, all of that aside, we are now higher and we're waiting for this rollover over the weekend. I think we may gap up. If we gap down, I think it'll be brief and small, and we might just gap down, fill that gap, and then surge on higher. If we gap up, we should carry on moving higher, but we may have to fill that gap first with a little back test and then move up higher after that weekend gap, rollover gap is filled. So that's the kind of idea there on natural gas. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed the Bitcoin video that you may have seen earlier. If you haven't seen that, go and check that out. And as always, if you enjoy this sort of thing that I talk about, I'd like your subscription to the channel right now, and a thumbs up would be great. Take care.
The night storage is down, demand's on the rise. But hey, don't forget to analyze. We're long on natty, but hold on tight. Resistance levels creeping into sight. The candle's dancing, but don't get fooled. The market swings, we play it cool. Those weather forecasts, they change so fast. Heating, spiking, how long will it last? But winter's coming, gas might fly. Don't get trapped in a gamma high. We're long on natty, but hold on tight. Resistance levels creeping into sight. The candle's dancing, but don't get fooled. The market swings, we play it cool. Those weather forecasts, they change so fast. Heating, spiking, how long will it last? But winter's coming, gas might fly.